Her smile shines as bright as the stars at night. Her heart is as kind as can be. She has the patience of a saint, but if you push her, oh Lordy. A straight talker is Smiley. She's the salt of the earth. Make no mistake, she matters. Catch Smiley's story on a live stream. Oh boy, that girl can matter. Go Smiley. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. Make no mistake why she's here. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. If you're guilty, she'll smell out your fear. Missing posters and stories of heartache and fear. She tells us all of the heartbreaking tears. She can sniff out the guilty from a mile away. If Smiley's on the case, then she's here to stay. She cares about these missing children. She cares deeply about them all. She speaks the truth with integrity. For the truth, she will seek it all. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. Make no mistake why she's here. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. If you're guilty, she'll smell out your fear. Smiley's questions are like a heat-seeking missile. She's going straight for the bullseye. Don't ever believe you can fool her. She's too wise, man, she won't comply. She values freedom like the 4th of July. She values respect even more. If you want to earn a place at Smiley's table, watch the clock, it takes time for sure. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. Make no mistake why she's here. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. If you're guilty, she'll smell out your fear. If you break her trust, you're done for. Trust don't grow back like grass. So don't give Smiley a reason to doubt you, or that friendship will shatter like glass. She's a damn good woman, that much we know. She puts in the hours to bring them kids home. If your child is missing, you will Smiley on the case. She is always willing and she gives so much grace. She's a Smiley, alright. She's a Smiley. Make no mistake why she's here. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. If you're guilty, she'll smell out your fear. If you're guilty, you better feel fear. She was born and bred in Nashville, but she walks the beaches down in Florida sand. A mother and wife, a daughter, a sister, trying hard to do the best she can. She found her voice with a heavy heart, looking for purpose with trembling hands. And giving this all a new start, moving ahead, speaking for ones who came. And she says, I am who I am, I'll stand my ground. Even when the nights get long and rough, you'll hear my sound. She'll be speaking for the ones unheard, 'cause she's got a caring heart that won't be turned. Her mom from afar cancer while she was searching. Stories that needed a gentle voice. We saw summer's name and felt the heart ache and tried to bring light where there was no choice. And when she heard us the best in her sadness rose, she prays for truth through the noise. She'll follow wherever the story goes, seeking their dignity, a child's joy. She says, I am who I am, I'll stand my ground. Even when the nights get long and rough, you'll hear my sound. She'll be speaking for the ones on her, 'cause she's got a caring heart that won't be turned. She said, I am who I am, I'll stand my ground. Even when the nights get long and rough, you'll hear my sound. She'll be speaking for the ones of her. She's got a caring heart that won't be turned.
Well, hello everybody and good morning. Happy Saturday morning, everybody. I hope everybody is well and staying warm on this January 31st, 2026. Hello. Hello, Raymond. Good morning to you. Good morning. Thank you for that. Yep. Thumbs up, subscribe, share. It's all free. Hello, Pam. Good morning to you. Thank you for being here, my love. Good morning. Good morning, Dee. Good morning with all them lucky sevens this morning. Glad to see you. Good morning, Wade. Hello. Oklahoma is thawing. Oh my God. I hope it is all thawing. It is cold as I don't know what here. It's cold here. It's cold everywhere still. And it's a big, huge mess. It is a mess, honey. Everywhere it's a mess. It's a mess here. It's a mess there. It's a mess everywhere. Mess. Good Lord. I hope it thaws out for everybody. DJ and Raven, hello. Good to see you. Hello. Welcome in. I'm glad to see everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Doing good and well, thanks. Whew. Raymond's stuck up there in the snow. Him and Chicken Lady stuck up there in the snow. I spoke with Raymond earlier and it's cold. And Janice, Lord, she was out there starting her car earlier. Lord, have mercy. I'm telling you what. I know. Yep, go ahead and hit that like button. It's easy. It don't take but a minute, honey. It don't take but a second, a split, lickety split, right? It's free. This is going to be a good one today. Hey, Deanna, I'm so glad to see you. Thank you for being here. Hello. Good to see you this morning. I hope you're staying warm. Thank you for being here. Hello, everybody. Ooh, I got my coffee. I hope you got your coffee, your hot chocolate and marshmallows, or whatever floats your boat. Dee, thank you for becoming a new member, Dee. I'm trying to figure out, once it passes, I'm sorry, you must be in vertical. I apologize. So I can't get it up on screen, but I see it here. Thank you, Dee. Woo! thank you, D7777 for becoming a new member. Y'all welcome D to the Smiley Squad. Thank you, D. Thank you. I appreciate you for becoming a new member and welcome. And I love seeing your pet. Gosh, I don't know how that got where I didn't see it or where it got past me. I apologize for that, honey. I would put you up here. I don't know how to put it on vertical yet. They can call me stupid and dumb and all these crazy names all they want to. I apologize for that, but I do see you. Thank you so much. And oh, there you are down here, honey. You ain't even got here yet, honey. My machine's going slow. My computer. There you are. Okay, we're rolling now. I'm just behind in the chat. Y'all know me. They said, Smiley, you need to be off of here because you don't even know how to hit a button. Okay, well, why you here then, honey? Because I don't care. Do you think I care? No, I sure don't. I don't care. I don't care what anybody says or does. Stroll and roll, that's what I always say. And the more you view, the merrier. I just sit back and laugh some days. Oh, Lord. I couldn't hardly laugh yesterday. I had a migraine and was sick. But anyway, I just laugh at these comments. I thought it was a great one. Well, I won't even give them. I won't even give them a thing. I thought it was great. I thought it was great. That was hilarious. I'd rather seen them do something about me than Pickle Dick, to be honest with you. Because I actually think, and if they're listening, and obviously they do listen, we've had our differences, but honey, I actually think they're kind of intelligent. I actually hope they continue to do good online and do what they do. And look, man, I don't have no beef with you. So keep rolling, keep doing what you're doing, honey. Keep going to your meetings, keep doing good. If the shoe fits, you know who I'm talking to. Pam, 10 degrees and it feels like 1. Oh my God. I know it is so cold here, honey. It is so cold. It's so cold. Hi, Laura. That's right. Hi, everybody coming in. Look, my mods are in blue. And if I miss anybody, I'm sorry. I don't mean to. Janice, Sharon said hi, Janice. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Pam said I was in the wrong live. Hey, that happens too sometimes. That happens too. Oh, God, that's funny when that happens. Let me tell you a little trick to that. If you're in the bushes and you're in the wrong live, I mean, I don't know if you're in the wrong live or you're just talking about vertical or versus the other, but if you in somebody's live and you're in the bushes and you don't want to write the wrong thing, because honey, Smiley's been known to write the wrong thing. Make sure you don't have that chat on. I'm just saying. Mistakes happen. Mistakes happen. Oh, Lord. So what y'all doing other than freezing to death? Are y'all okay this morning? Everybody okay? Everybody got power? Because there's still so many people out there without power. It's so sad. It's really sad. And I'm not just talking about Tennessee. Good God, everybody everywhere still is without power. And more snow is coming. You know, the ice is what's bad, but I'm seeing so many things. It's really heartbreaking. It really is heartbreaking all over. And I just want everybody, no matter where you're at, no matter if you're here, there, wherever, I just hope, that everything is okay. I really do hope everything's okay with everybody. That's all. use the numbers and do what you can. Don't wait, don't put things off. Okay, just don't put things off. Because if you wait till the last minute, that's when it's going to get rough. That's when it'll get rough. So today, I want to go ahead and read my copyright, because I may play this and forget. I took my copyright down the other day, although it is in my about section, and it's also in my description section today. But I want to let y'all know that I will be playing, I think, one video, and I might play it a couple of times depending on if people come in. This is a good one, but copyright and fair use disclaimer needs to be put out. And I don't know. I know that my mods, where they're at. I know Raymond's in here, but I know that Millie and Janice, Janice is here now, but I know their lights are going in and out, and people have to come and go. So I don't know when people will be available. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that y'all know it is there. But copyright fair use disclaimer: this content is shared for education, commentary, public awareness purposes only. Any images, video clips, or audio belong to their respective owners and are utilized under fair use as permitted, Section 107 of the U.S. Copyright Act of 1976, for criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. No copyright infringement is intended. I always say not by me. I never intend to hurt or anything to anybody. Hey, Selena Dixon, hello, good morning, good morning. All rights and credits remain with the original creators and owners. So just remember that and keep that in mind. Today, we're talking about In a Child's Eyes. That's what I named my title. I had a hard time. I put it on, I don't know if hey, Fly Girl, good to see you, honey. Good morning. I don't know if this is, my stuff was full. I don't know, but I had a nice little thing made up, and I wanted to put it on my thumbnail, but it would not even go to my email, so I don't know what the deal is, but it's okay. We'll get through this. This lady right here that you see, she was the child, okay, and she went on to do good things with her life and help people. And this is a story that happened few counties over from me, not far from me. And it's a sad story, and it should help many people in many ways. And this is a real victim. This is what we call a real victim. But she didn't stay a victim. Okay? She didn't victimize herself. She didn't keep on and on and on and on. So we're gonna do this story right here. We're talking about a real case involving, say, a reservoir, not for shock value either, not for drama, but for awareness and prevention. This story involves crime against children, so please protect your peace. There is trigger warnings, and if you need to step away, please do so. And please don't have any little children around. All of these true crime cases are traumatizing enough. Hell, they traumatize me, okay? Saya was only 8 years old when her childhood was shattered in a single night. A single night. Well, it was more than a single night, but it was shattered in a single night after she and her little sister Sarah were taken from their home. Not like you think. Saya fought to survive, then carried the weight of what happened next for many years to come. This live focuses on what's known, what's been reported, what she's told herself, and what we're actually going to hear from her own mouth. And how one child's courage became a key part of this story that people still discuss today. So, content warning. Again, this case involves crimes against children, and it may be disturbing. Some viewers may need to step away, and that's okay. Viewer discretion is advised. So please hit that like button, share, subscribe, thumbs up, do all the free things. This may help someone. Again, viewer discretion is advised. And this is not a live for any children or any young adults. There will be trigger warnings, so I want my mods to please use trigger warnings, and I want y'all to please use caution. She was 8 years old, and she survived what no child should have. A case that still haunts and still has questions. Lord, that wind's blowing so bad, it feels like it's going to blow my house apart. This little piggy and that little piggy. Blue and blue and blue. That's what it sounds like outside. Okay, anyway, sorry. Still haunts, and these questions still linger to this day. Okay. And today is also an awareness live focused on what to do in the first hours if a child goes missing. We should all know that, but sometimes we don't, or we don't listen, or if it happens to you, we don't think about it, or it don't register, it don't click, and it just goes over some people's head. There's no rumors, no harassment. It's just practical steps families can use immediately. Again, content warnings included in missing children's cases, and it may be upsetting, but people need to know. I hope you know the first thing you need to do is call 911. Then you should call National Missing for Children 1-800-THE-LOST. That's 1-800-843-5678. I hope we all have these numbers. FBI, 1-800-CALL-FBI, or that's 1-800-225-5324. But if a child goes missing, the first hours are very crucial, because the first hours matter the absolute most. They always matter. They're crucial. Again, trigger warning, this topic is heavy. Please protect your peace. And I need to say this clearly, do not harass anyone. Do not contact random people online. If you have a real tip, not in this case has been resolved, but still don't contact anybody. But if you have information, send it to law enforcement. Do not send it to YouTube. Do not send it to a creator. Do not put it in Facebook group. Send it to law enforcement. And if you're factual, you think you see someone or someone talked to someone or your kid or whatever, call 911 immediately. Do not wait. That's what is wasting time. A missing child. See, when you call 911, say, we have a missing child. We need officers now. Give the child's name, give their age, their weight, their hair color, their eye color, what they're wearing or what they were last known wearing, their last location. Give any distinctive marks that they may have that is visible to someone's eye. Something that you cannot deny. A scar, a birthmark, a mole, hell, a tattoo, which I don't know why a child would have a tattoo, but they do. Anything that's helpful, you know. Do they have any tics? If y'all don't know what that is, I don't have time to sit here and explain it to you. Do they have any hobbies? Do they take medicine? You know, medical conditions, anything like that. Give the most recent updated photos. The most recent. Search inside and outside of your home. Kids can fall asleep in the weirdest places. Closets, under beds, cars, sheds, laundry clothes, piles of laundry clothes. Go outside and search the yards, nearby streets, all by the water, ponds, pools, ditches, neighbors. Knock on neighbors' doors. Ask their friends, ask their parents. Have their parents go look. Have one adult stay by the phone. Okay? Write down quick facts only so you don't forget later. Thank you, Raymond. Raymond gifted 1 membership. Thank you, Raymond. We appreciate you. Write down that when they were last seen, who saw them, what was said, what was they wearing, any of the medical needs. Write down things so you don't forget it later. Call the other parent or guardian, okay? Call the school or daycare if they're there. Check again the cameras, and with the neighbors, have them check the cameras, check the businesses. The footage is important because it depends on the videos. They don't last. It rolls over and overwrites. If the child has a phone device, try, the Find My Location. Request officers help with asking them to put out the bolos. Somebody asked me one time, not y'all, not anybody in YouTube, what is a bolo? It's be on the lookout. That is short for be on the lookout. Okay. Contacting nearby agencies. Okay. What you don't want to do is you don't want to spread rumors and unverified suspects' names or who you think might be a suspect. You don't want to post your child's school routines and addresses just in case. Don't chase tips by yourself. Make sure you report everything to the police. Make sure you do that. You should always have a family password for pickups and absolutely no secrets. Surprises, okay. Secrets, no. There's a difference. There's a difference. But again, viewer discretion is advised. Let's talk about in a child's eyes. She was 8 years old. She survived what no child should ever have to. most harm is to children. It is committed by someone that they know, maybe a family, acquaintance, authority figure, and it's usually not random. Usually not random. So safety talks must take place, boundaries must take place, and people must teach their kids it's not just stranger danger. So Saya is a woman who survived an extremely violent childhood abduction and later became law enforcement. She became a law enforcement investigator, and she now uses her experience to advocate for victims, educate all the communities about abuse and missing children. She turned her tragedy into good things. She wanted to help others. And she did. And she does. The crime happened in 1988 in Santa Rosa County, Florida. Right down the road from me, basically. In September 1988, 8-year-old Saya and her 6-year-old sister, Sarah, were kidnapped from their family home by Raymond Ray Warfield. They call him Raymond Ray Wyke Jr. Warfield. That's how he was known to the family. Ray had dated the girl's mother, and the children had experienced ongoing abuse at his hands way before that night, according to reports. He had dated the girl's mother, and the children had experienced this ongoing abuse at his hands. See, these are real victims right here. Welcome in, everybody. That's right. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Trigger warnings up. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you all being here. Anybody that's here, thank you. If you need to step away, I understand. Sarah, tragically, her little sister on my screen, Saya's little sister, tragically did not survive. Saya was left injured, but she was conscious. She later managed to get help. And I honestly believe she was left here for a purpose. There's no other way to explain this, in my opinion. Sarah's body was found nearby. She had been bound and killed. Crime scene evidence helped link Wake to the crime. Saya survived. She had severe injuries that doctors said could have been fatal for her, including throat wounds that narrowly missed major blood vessels. After being found and treated, she, at 8 years old, identified Wyke to law enforcement and testified against him at a trial. She was just a little girl, y'all. She was just a little girl. Her testimony was critical to convict Ray on charges including murder, kidnapping, sexual battery, and attempted murder as well. Ray was convicted and originally sentenced to death for the murder of Sarah and violent crimes against Saya. Later, legal reviews affected the penalty phase, but his convictions for the underlying crimes were upheld. But he later died in prison from natural causes while he was still under sentence for those. Maybe that was a good thing. I don't know. Because maybe she didn't have to keep going, living through his lies, his drama in court, looking at this monster. Either way, in her mind, in her head, though, and in her eyes, he may be dead, but she'll never stop seeing him, in my opinion. And that's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. After the attack, Saya eventually moved to New York. She pursued her education and earned a degree in criminal justice. She became a New York police investigator, including work with she worked with children. She worked with protective and abuse cases. She did something important. She did something with her life. Hi, Terry Parker and everybody coming in. She didn't say, oh, woe is me. Oh, my God, can y'all find me on YouTube? Lord have mercy. She's strong. She's smart. She's courageous. She said, by God, she wasn't going to be a victim. She was going to help. She did good for others. She's still doing good for others. She wanted to turn her horror and her tragedy into something good and not wallow, not be the victim the rest of her life. She got up and she did something about it. She's helped so many, many people in so many, many ways possible, still putting her life on the line. She shared her story with students, with law enforcement groups, advocacy communities to help raise awareness and abuse about missing children. She's done all those things. Check, check, check. Let's watch a video. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for being here. We're going to watch a video. Let me put a little music on. Hold on. Turn this down.
Okay, my turn? Oh, man.
Saya Rivasfar today sees the world through the innocent eyes of her 9-year-old son. There are games and laughter and happiness.
No.
The world she saw as a young child, living with her alcoholic and drug-addicted mother in Florida, was about survival.
I took care of my mother when she had her migraines from her hangovers. I cooked breakfast for my brother and my sister.
Saya's world included daily physical, sexual, and emotional abuse.
The structure was very unstable, and we felt the wrath of it, unfortunately, from my mother and these, men that came in and out of our lives.
One of those men would forever change the course of Saya's life. When in 1988, her mother was out at a bar for the night, he kidnapped Saya and her sister Sarah out of their beds. She was only 8 years old, her sister Sarah only 6. And a warning again, their story is difficult to hear.
That I remember being picked up out of my bunk bed, and I open my eyes and I see that it's Ray Wyke. And we knew Ray for almost a year. My mother was dating him, and he had been molesting me this whole time.
Saya says that Wyke took the girls to a dirt road in the woods some 20 minutes away from their home. He then tied Sarah up with tape in the back seat.
That's when we started getting upset and crying and knowing that something's not right. He brought me out of the car and, pretty much, the horrifying things that you don't want to think about that a monster has a child do, that's what Ray did. And then he sets me on the trunk of his car and then he starts to rape me.
Saya says this went on for hours. Finally, at daybreak, he makes both girls walk into the woods.
And he stands in front of me and he tells me to say my prayers. And I remember him taking out this large knife and he starts to cut my throat over and over again. I don't feel
For those coming in, this may be triggering for some, and I want you to know this is a true story that happened, and it is, if you need to step away and take care of your heart, please do. Please do. There should be no little kids in the room. Actually, it should be, no, in my opinion, nobody under 21 in the room. But she's a survivor. Okay? She's not a victim. She don't play victim. She got up, got her education, moved her way, went into criminal justice, went into law enforcement. She's helped others in many, many ways. She tells her stories to everybody, including law enforcement groups. She helps children everywhere. And she has children of her own now. Okay? She didn't just lay down and roll over. But this may be disturbing. This is a strong woman right here. Her little sister did not make it, for those just coming in. Happy Saturday, Gypsy. Hello, thank you for being here. Let's go back.
feel any pain, and all I can do is touch my neck. I see the blood and I drop to the ground. I close my eyes and I think to myself, as long as he thinks that you're dead, he won't come back. And the only problem is that I hear my sister screaming and crying because she just saw this. And I feel the vibrations of her on the ground. But I continue to say, he's going to kill me if I try anything. And so moments later, I don't hear her screaming. I don't feel the vibrations of the ground of her kicking. And I feel him jump over my body and run out of the woods. And I don't get up until I actually hear his car door slam and the car take off. But that's when I get up. and I go over to my sister and I look at her and I see her eyes wide open and I see all the blood, and I know that me calling her name out, she's not going to answer.
Sarah dies from her injuries. Saya is rescued by a passing car, and she remembers paramedics and doctors telling police officers to quickly get their information because she will not live through this. But Saya survives.
I was put on this earth for a reason. I walked out of those woods knowing that I wanted to find the monster who did this to my sister and I wanted to make sure that he was held accountable and that he did not do this to anybody else.
Saya's monster was held accountable, in part because of her strength to tell her story in court, a story of her life that she continues to share to help others.
There was so much negative, but I'm going to take all that I can out of it that was good and focus on that. And all that bad, I can turn that into awareness and a message that this can happen, but you can survive and you can thrive.
And that's just what she did. I think this one is the same thing. Let's look. I'm not sure. Hold on.
Okay, my turn?
It is. So I'll keep it up just in case, and we might play it again. I think it's the same. I mean, I know it's the same. In case others come in, I might play it one more time before we go. But that's just exactly what she did. She is a survivor. And thank you, Lord, for letting her survive, you know, and catching that monster, letting her be strong enough to help many, many other people in this cruel, evil world, right? Hold on, let me get this back over here. Hello, everybody coming in. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here and caring about these cases and about real crime cases, real victims, and not just drama. We know we don't have to be told numbers are low on real world stuff. We know that. And Smiley don't care. This case is important then, and it's important today because it highlights how a child can be abducted by someone known to and by family or a family member rather than a stranger. And it's very important. It is reality. It's true. People need to watch who they bring in their home. And this happens in many children's incidents. Sometimes the people, like the ones, that are in our homes or that come in and out, and those we think we can trust, we cannot trust. Trust no one. These monsters, they're everywhere. Everyone should be aware. And if you don't feel right, you have every right to question. And I don't care how offended that person gets. Let them be offended. Let them hit the road. Let them hit the road. Saya's survival and testimony directly led to accountability, which isn't always possible in these cases. I'm surprised she could do that. She was just 8, and all of her trauma she had. Her life afterward is a reminder that survivors can become voices for healing and prevention. What matters most here is not the violence, it's the lessons. It's the lessons, people. This case reminds us that danger isn't always a stranger, that children's voices do matter, and that quick action and community awareness can save lives. We're not here to harass anyone. We're not here to speculate. We're not here to spread rumors. We're here to focus on facts, safety, steps. We're here to focus on resources that are available that might help another family someday. Because it's not a matter of if, unfortunately, it's a matter of when, unfortunately. If you ever have real information about a real case, always take it to law enforcement or the proper tip lines, not social media. And that's in any case, anywhere. This live is about awareness, and it's about honoring survivors, remembering victims with dignity, and sharing any practical way that we can to keep children safer. And if this conversation helps anyone, good, I'm glad. If it helps even one parent or one child, then it's worth it. Before we go any further, I want to spend a few minutes on families and, again, what they can do for those just coming in to help you remember. You need to pick, a safe word for your household in case there's anything like an unexpected try-to-be pickup or there's an emergency. You need to teach your child. If they don't know the password, you don't go. That's the end of the story. Choose 2 trusted adults that's not in your home that your child can go to if they're scared, if they're lost. And practice saying their names and their phone numbers. We rely too much today, even adults, on cell phones and just pushing that button, the phone numbers that's programmed in. We need to remember at least 1 or 2 phone numbers. We need to memorize those in our head. We need to go back to old school. And always, no secrets. Surprises, again, is okay. I'm buying so-and-so a birthday present. Shh, don't tell them. It'll ruin the surprise. That's okay. Your brother's Christmas present's going to be XYZ. That's great. Secrets are not okay. That's never okay. That's a red flag. That's a red flag. And you need to let your kids know that. Thank you, Raymond. Thank you. Raymond gifted a membership. Whoever got that membership, please thank Raymond. I agree, Sharon. I agree. I agree. Hell, sometimes I wish I didn't have one. If any adult tells or says, don't tell your parents, that's a huge red flag. That's a huge red flag. Turn sharing on, your child's social media accounts and your child's cell phones, or if they have any. Don't worry about being nosy or your child hating you, so what? Be a parent, not a friend. Parents need to know the apps and the passwords. Y'all don't have no problems going into your significant others you think's cheating, do you? Stop it with the lying. Update. Always update your emergency card. This is the phone numbers printed. Keep a updated photo. Always keep an updated photo. Okay. People change so fast. Thank you, Janice. Thank you for being a member and gifting one membership. Thank you, Janice. We appreciate you. Thank you. But always take more recent pictures. Just shoot recent pictures. We see lately kids go missing in their old photos. You think it won't happen to you, but you never know when or if it will. Because you think, well, my kids don't go nowhere. Well, what if it's somebody you trust in your home just like this? And I don't mean to make it, I don't want to minimize anything. Don't get me wrong and don't put words in my mouth, because that's not what I'm thinking at all. But what if it's somebody you trust and they trust, and they are just trying to do the minimum parts and keep the kids quiet, and it turns into a unaliving, and then I don't know if I'm even saying this right, but do y'all see where I'm going with this? And then they have to cover up more and more and more into a missing case. And listen, I'm telling y'all, keep recent photos. They need the height, the weight, the eye color, medical allergies, school, daycare, emergency contacts. Always keep these things up to date. Don't wait till it's too late and say woulda, shoulda, coulda. And if a child goes missing, and I pray yours never does, the first hours count. Call 911 immediately. Do not wait. Give the name, the age, the clothing that was last known that they were wearing. I don't care what it was. And keep an adult by the phone. Search inside closets, under beds, under cars, laundry, sheds, outside, inside, neighbors, waters, pools, ponds, ditches. Give the right facts only, not misinformation. Notify schools, daycares if they go to, and trusted neighbors and friends. Cameras, ask for the camera footage. Have the cops ask for the camera footage. Check any devices left behind. Preparation, y'all, is not fear. Preparation is protection. These small steps that I'm telling y'all can make a big difference if you ever need them. The first hours matter. Now, I want to read something coming from the Child Advocacy Center, and I'll put the link up. But it reads, Saya, this lady right here who advocates. I want to read something from her, okay? And I'll put the link up in just a minute. Saya Reservoir is the oldest of 6 children. She has been employed with New York State Police since 2003 and was promoted to investigator in 2016. She has been a board member of the National Center of Missing and Exploited Children since 1996. In Saya's early childhood, her sister, Sarah, and brother, I don't know if I'm saying this right, Arsh, A-R-A-S-H, became victims of mental and physical child abuse at the hands of their biological mother, who lived in Pensacola, Florida. Saya's mother had various men in and out of their home, along with alcohol and drug abuse. On September 22nd, 1988, Saya, then age 8, and Sarah, age 6, were kidnapped from their home during the late night by a man known as Raymond Warfield, Wyke. One of their mother's boyfriends, Wyke, had taken the girls to a nearby wooded area, raped Saya for hours, then lacerated both girls' throats, leaving them for dead. She survived. She survived the brutal attack, identified the man who had committed these horrific crimes, and after a few days in the hospital, testified against him. Saya testified not only during the trial, but also for the 2 sentencing phases due to technicalities within the jurisdictional system. White continued, listen to this, White continued to victimize Saya from prison in Florida by sending her threatening letters while she lived in New York with her biological father. White was sentenced to death in 1989 and had not yet been executed as of 2004. In July of 2004, another family member residing in Florida notified Saya and her family that Raymond Warfield Wyke died in prison from natural causes. As a result of her experiences, Saya has become the voice for other victims. She has shared her experiences with several various entities, including victims' families, parents, children, peers, politicians, law enforcement agencies, and many different communities, in hopes that this would show others hope for prevention, intervention, and or comfort. Saya has conducted several media interviews and appeared on talk shows to educate others of her past experiences, in hopes of reaching those who are in need or will listen. Saya has worked with the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, providing them with presentations, speeches, and one-on-one sessions with victims. She also participates in many events that take place supporting the center. Saya has successfully completed her education, graduating with a bachelor's degree in criminal justice, and has successfully pursued her goal of a career in law enforcement, working with New York State Police. Saya is doing very well and is happily married with her first child born in 2012. Saya is assigned to Monroe County, lives in Rochester, New York, where her family and loved ones reside. Now I'm gonna drop this link. I'm gonna read you something in just a second. Her quote. Hold on just a minute. Let me copy this link. Hold on. Ink. All right, so I did that. If y'all don't mind run with that link and post it over in the vertical for me, because I want to get back and read her quote exactly. Hold on a minute. Now, where in the hell did it go? Hold on a minute. Because this really touched me. Okay. Again, she's also, the child advocate. And this is one of her quotes. It really stood out to me. And it's actually in that link I gave you. She said, quote, "It's never forgot the difference you make in a child's life. Ours is hard work and sometimes gets us down. But remember my family's story and never lose your passion for keeping children safe." Let me read that again. Okay? Let me read that again. It's never forgot the difference you make in a child's life. Ours is hard work and sometimes gets us down. But remember my family's story and never lose your passion for keeping children safe. Now that really touched me, and I think that's very important. And many should listen to that again. Many should read that quote over and over again. It's in that link I just dropped. I'm going to play one more time for those just coming in this video, since I already have it up here. These are her words.
Okay, my turn.
Saya Rivasfar today sees the world through the innocent eyes of her 9-year-old son. There are games and laughter and happiness.
No.
The world she saw as a young child living with her alcoholic and drug-addicted mother in Florida was about survival.
I took care of my mother when she had her migraines from her hangovers. I cooked breakfast for my brother and my sister.
Saya's world included daily physical, sexual, and emotional abuse.
The structure was very unstable, and we felt the wrath of it, unfortunately, from my mother and these, men that came in and out of our lives.
One of those men would forever change the course of Saya's life. When in 1988, her mother was out at a bar for the night, he kidnapped Saya and her sister Sarah out of their beds. She was only 8 years old, her sister Sarah only 6. And a warning again, their story is difficult to hear.
That I remember being picked up out of my bunk bed. And I open my eyes and I see that it's Ray Wyke. And we knew Ray for almost a year. My mother was dating him, and he had been molesting me this whole time.
Saya says that Wyke took the girls to a dirt road in the woods some 20 minutes away from their home. He then tied Sarah up with tape in the back seat.
That's when we started getting upset and crying and knowing that something's not right. He brought me out of the car and, pretty much, the horrifying things that you don't want to think about that a monster has a child do, that's what Ray did. And then he sets me on the trunk of his car and then he starts to rape me.
Saya says this went on for hours. Finally, at daybreak, he makes both girls walk into the woods.
And he stands in front of me and he tells me to say my prayers. And I remember him taking out this large knife and he starts to cut my throat over and over again. I don't feel any pain, and all I can do is touch my neck. I see the blood and I drop to the ground. I close my eyes and I think to myself, as long as he thinks that you're dead, he won't come back. And the only problem is that I hear my sister screaming and crying because she just saw this. And I feel the vibrations of her on the ground. But I continue to say, he's going to kill me if I try anything. And so moments later, I don't hear her screaming. I don't feel the vibrations of the ground of her kicking. And I feel him jump over my body and run out of the woods. And I don't get up until I actually hear his car door slam and the car take off. But that's when I get up and I go over to my sister and I look at her and I see her eyes wide open and I see all the blood, and I know that me calling her name out, she's not going to answer.
Sarah dies from her injuries. Saya is rescued by a passing car, and she remembers paramedics and doctors telling police officers to quickly get their information because she will not live through this. But Saya survives.
I was put on this earth for a reason. I walked out of those woods knowing that I wanted to find the monster who did this to my sister and I wanted to make sure that he was held accountable and that he did not do this to anybody else.
Saya's monster was held accountable, in part because of her strength to tell her story in court, a story of her life that she continues to share to help others.
There was so much negative, but I'm going to take all that I can out of it that was good and focus on that. And all that bad, I can turn that into awareness and a message that this can happen, but you can survive and you can thrive.
And survive she did. Survive she did. Thank you for that, Raymond. So she did survive. She did make something of herself. And she is doing great for others. She's the oldest of 6 children. She's been employed with the New York State Police since 2003. And she does good things. And she didn't just roll over. She could have. but she didn't. She's doing lots of good things. And this happened on September 22nd, 1988. And I want everybody just to be aware and be aware of who is in your children's lives. You know, and do the proper things. And never take her words for it. Never forget the difference you make or that you can make in a child's life. With that being said, this live wasn't about fear. It was about being ready. It was about being there for somebody. It was about being prepared. We can't control everything in life, but we can stay informed. You know, we can have knowledge. We can stay informed, and we can have knowledge, and we can look out for the children that's in our community. I thank you for showing up. I thank you for the few that do care. I'm going to play our song out, but until next time, I want you to keep shining that light. Keep smiling. And remember, you do make a difference. Be safe. Stay warm. Stay alert. Teach your kids. Try to learn something new every day. Try to keep knowledge. Try to do something important. Try to help others. And look out for these kids.
She was born and bred in Nashville, but she walks the beaches down in Florida sand. A mother and wife, a daughter, a sister, trying hard to do the best she can. She found her voice with a heavy heart, looking for purpose with trembling hands. And giving this all a new start, moving ahead, speaking for ones who came. And she says, I am who I am, I'll stand my ground. Even when the nights get long and rough, you'll hear my sound. She'll be speaking for the ones unheard, 'cause she's got a caring heart that won't be turned. Her mama fought cancer while she was searching, stories that needed a gentle voice. We saw summer's name and felt the heart ache and tried to bring light where there was no choice. And when she heard of Sebastian, her sadness rose. She prays for truth through the noise. She'll follow wherever the story goes, seeking their dignity, a child's joy.